Chip Michaels. You know a lot about history on Summit. Tell us what you'd like the city to know.
Well, the city, but more importantly, the community at large, and all of us here in Minnesota, in this great city of St. Paul. I lived on this street for 60 years. My folks' home was right up the street. Played football on the boulevards. It was safe then. It was just a parkway. And I'm down on this end at the 1700 block of Summit. And back when I was a young guy, the upper end, which we call the upper end, call it the front row here on Summit Avenue, are the old cherished Victorian mansions that are part of the history. Absolutely, there's a history book written up there by the people who helped build this state and this city. And when I was a young guy, they were all too expensive for any individuals to own them. They were owned by tenement landlords. They were all broken up. It was what might be called low-income housing. It was absolutely all of them were falling apart. God bless George Latimer. He saw it. He formed a group, SARPA, Summit Avenue Preservation Association, and they got to work on preserving the residential character of this street. First thing we had to do was restore it. The city rolled up their sleeves. They provided help, money, for people to go in and restore these homes with their own sweat equity and whatever else they could do to put them back the way they were originally, and they have. These homes on Summit Avenue are absolute treasures. You cannot replace these. You can't build them. If you go on down on the bluff area of Summit Avenue, we've got marble curbs. The old cobblestone is still underneath in some areas. The yards and the lawns, the wrought iron fences, all of that stuff. And the trees and the canopy and the greenery. All of that was restored by the residents of Summit Avenue. You know, we live on Summit Avenue because we love this street. We love what it represents. It represents the history of Minnesota. Represents the history of our city. All of the homes on this street are maintained by the residents. 100 to 200-year homes are expensive, absolutely expensive to restore. And we do it because we love the old homes, we love the history, and we love this avenue. We love sharing it. Our street's closed multiple times a year for marathons, walks, fundraisers. And we embrace the community. We love to see the community use the street. It's a treasure for our city. Behind me is one of the original stand elms. There are elm trees down here with 5-foot diameters. Those are over 100-year-old trees. I'm standing in Walnut Grove. It's called that for a reason. We have black walnut trees here. Treasures that weren't lost when all the other trees had all types of bug infestations and everything else. They're still standing and they're beautiful. We love our street. We want to stay here, but we want to stay here for what it is. This street was put on the registry, not only just the historic registry, this registry of great streets in the USA. It's nationally recognized, but it's recognized for what it is, and it's recognized for why we love it. And what's being proposed right now with a bike path to have people enjoy it is going to destroy the reason that they want people to enjoy. It's going to go away. And that's something that really, sensibly, we shouldn't do. It's not responsible.